And
Carry, go. Didn't I tell him?
Yo, so let's talk about Greek architecture. So something that's very characteristic of Greek architecture is their columns. They developed decorative systems that we now call classical orders. It's good to know that all these decorative pieces actually served a function early on in the development of this architectural style. Cool. So, what's these classical orders? You have 3 Greek classical orders, and the other 2 came in the Roman period. These orders are the Doric order, the Ionic order, and the Corinthian order. And in the Roman period, you also get the Tuscan and the Composite. The Tuscan order is just a simplified version of the Doric order, and the Composite is a combination of the Ionic and Corinthian order. Okay, so let's start with the Doric order. So the easiest way to tell the orders apart is basically the capital, the top of the column. The Doric order has the simplest capital. This order, because of its simple shape, it's considered to be the manly Greek order. Okay, so I want to talk about the capital and the entablature. Primitive Greek architecture was primarily made out of wood. Then they changed to stone. The capital was a load distributor, and the entablature, meaning the architrav and the frieze, were actually beam system. So the beams that would run on top of the capital, on top of the column. So you can actually see the triglyph as beams and the metope as the open spaces between the beams. The metope was also sometimes a decorative piece. Also interesting to note from the Doric order compared to all the other orders, it's the only one that doesn't have a base, the under part of the column. So the Doric columns were literally raw dogging the floor. No shoes. Ouch. Okay, so the Ionic order. The Ionic order is considered more feminine. It's taller, it's slimmer, with curves, and its milkshakes brings to... I'm leaving this in the video. Again, like I said in the beginning, the difference between the orders is in the capital. And the capital of the Ionic order has these round shapes called volutes. The column at the end of the row would have its last volute at a 45-degree angle, so that if you look at it from the other elevation, the volutes would look visually consistent. Also, a way that the Ionic and Corinthian order differ from the Doric order is in the flutes. The flutes are the vertical concave lines that you see on the column. The Ionic and Corinthian order have a fillet, which is technically a space between the flutes that gave it actually a more defined line, while the Doric order doesn't have a fillet, so the concave vertical lines are literally mushed together. Also, an interesting thing about the column design for all the orders is that the widest point of the column is 1/3 of the way up the column, making the column slimmer at the bottom and it tapers off way more at the top. By the way, this part of the column we call the shaft. Pause. The Corinthian order. The Corinthian order has the most complicated capital. Be careful not to confuse it with the Composite. The Composite is a combination of the Corinthian and the Ionic, and basically you see the volutes in combination with the acanthus leaves. Like I said, the Tuscan and Composite orders are Roman architecture, not Greek. Also, you have caryatids, which are the female statue columns, aka caryatides. And here are some of the Greek temple floor plans. They strive a lot for symmetry in their design. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So now you can tell what makes Greek architecture fashionable. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this video, and thank you for watching.